What is up, everybody? Byron and Candace here with B Diamond Leather. In this video, we are going to be customizing a denim rockabilly vest for one of you guys. You don't know it's you, but it is, so stay tuned, watch the video, and have a rad week. All right, like we said, we are working on that special project today. This is actually for somebody that watches our channel. They don't know they're getting it. It's been purchased by one of their friends, but we are going to be customizing this jean jacket. One of the things we're going to be doing is I'm going to be making a patch for the back. There's going to be cheetah print up here. I'm making this cute skull patch for the back that's going to have a bow on it. That's not my bow. It's just a quick bow I drew. Well, it's my bow, but it's a quick bow I drew to be able to just kind of see where I'd place it. So this is what I drew, kind of a feminine, kind of a cartoony skull. As always, everybody, Candace is just over there staring at me. It's kind of weird. As always, we got to case our leather. And a cool little trick that I learned when I was in the tattoo industry is when you're drawing something, fold your paper in half, sketch out one side of it lightly, and then if you like how it looks, get a light table and put it over a light table, and then trace it from the other side, and then you can kind of have an even, perfectly symmetrical piece. All right, let's see here. Make sure this is working. All right, so got my piece of leather. Make sure that I have enough room all the way around, because I'm going to do a small like border around it, and so I want to make sure that I have the room that I need to do that border all the way around it. Yep, there we go. And then we're just going to slowly trace it. Take your time. One of the things that beginning leathersmiths mess up on is going way too fast in their design when they're tracing it. You'll eventually get to a point where you can go faster. As I'm going, I usually do kind of switch up the design a tiny bit. Because like I said, my design is a kind of a rough sketch, and then I just get it going as I'm carving it out or tooling it. Kind of changes a little bit. As I'm getting done with tracing out my design onto the leather, before we move it, we just want to make sure that we got all the design in. As you guys know, I love my little red Bic pens that I trace with. That way I can kind of see if I've missed anything. I'm not going to do these type of lines yet. I'll add those in later. There'll be stuff here, coming off the teeth. There'll be things on the teeth. There'll be more of a 3D look in the eyes, but I'm not going to do that right now. And then also put your hand down, move it back, double check that everything traced. If it did, you can fully move your paper, and now we have it on there. Okay, getting kind of dry, so we're going to get the top wet again. Always make sure your leather is wet, but not soaking wet. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. All right, I'm gonna strop my blade. Doesn't matter where you start. Pick a spot. I'm gonna start with the nose, and let's get this carved out. All right, there you have it. There's the basic outline of what we're doing. Now to start beveling it, let's get our different bevelers out for different things. So we have 3 different bevelers here. We have a sharper 90-degree beveler, we have a round beveler, and then we have a big beveler. But before we do that, I do want to gnarl up the eyes and the nose. Okay, now we can start beveling. Case it. Now we're going to use our round beveler. We got some tight corners here, and so I like to use the round beveler on the tight corners. All right, let's get these teeth. All right, now that we're all done with that, I like to go around and just kind of go over all my lines and smooth them out. Now let's add some depth. So a couple of things we're going to be using to add depth. We're going to be using some of these pear shaders. I like the pear shaders. I think they add some cool texture. On this particular one, because it is such a bigger piece, we're able to use the bigger pear shader. And so we're just going to kind of go in and bring it down. And a little bit of depth in here so that when Candace goes and paints this, there's just a little bit of depth underneath the paint. Let's see here. Actually, I think I'm going to get out the tattoo supply, the tattooler. And I'm going to do some shading with the tattooing machine from Weaver. I think I'm going to hand... Let's get this a little bit more wet. Gonna hand put in some pieces here. Barely gonna give it a little bit of depth, nothing too crazy, just enough that it gives some definition. And then let's get into the tattooing machine here. So we need the shader. Remember, that just goes in and then clicks in counterclockwise or clockwise. We turn it on, hold the button in, it will turn on, it says welcome, and then you click the button again, and it's ready to rock and roll. But we don't want a lot of depth here. We're just going to kind of get in here and add in a little bit of contrast. Just a little bit, not a whole bunch, because Candace is going to be going behind us with paint. And once you do that, you don't want to add a whole bunch of contrast, only because it can kind of take away from the paint. But we're still going to add in our shading and with this. And through the teeth. Gonna adjust this. There we go. And let's get some of our lines on our teeth here. Now we got to cut this out. Let's get this put away. All right, we got that outlined. Let's get our cutting board. Now remember, when cutting, be careful, because I lost a finger right there. So be careful. Gotta be very careful. All right, we'll just find a spot and we'll get this party started. Oh, we're so close, guys. So close. If I don't ruin it, we have this. Sweet. It is all carved out and done. Now we hand it over to Candace. She's gonna do it, but I need to do the bow. Thinking of doing something in the background, maybe some cool lightning bolts or something. But there you have it.